Yeah, there it
Right,
goes.
that's us. I believe so. All right, Larry, tell me about you.
Uh,
Where you
tell me
live,
about
your
this.
date of birth, and stuff like
Oh,
that.
okay. My name's Larry Luttrell. I was born December 18th, 1966 in Great Lakes, which is part of Illinois and Indiana.
Mm,
I was born on a naval base there, hospital
good.
on a naval base. My dad was in the military for 25 years, so we moved
Jeez.
around.
Yeah, sounds like it.
But I met men and a group extra and the group that you started, the Cryptid Wranglers.
All
Also
good.
a man in a couple of the other ones.
Yeah. Yep.
I've been
I
into
appreciate the help
cryptids
too.
for a long
I don't
time.
think people realize how much you guys do for us.
Yeah.
So yeah. So tell me more about you. I know we
Me?
don't have very lively lives. we're, we're not jet streaming back and forth to the
So what do
Caribbean.
you want to talk about the encounter that I had?
Sure. Yeah, tell us.
And it was in 1989, which you know that Bigfoot, what I mean, not Bigfoot, Dogman and cryptids weren't all that big then, like they are now. But Dogman, I didn't know what a Dogman was in 1989. A lot of
Yeah.
people would. Me and a
Yeah.
friend were going hunting on a place that we'd never hunted before. We went out and scouted, set stands, and we didn't go back until season came in.
Mm,
Well, it was in November, is the first week of the firearm season in Indiana. We pulled up to the gate. Uh, it was about 40 miles from where we live, so we had to get out and about 3:30 in the morning and start our drive there. We pulled up to the gate of the property that we had permission to hunt, parked, and as we pulled in, our headlights hit green eyes everywhere, which everybody knows that's deer. So we shut the headlights off real quick, got out of the car, and started packing our gear and getting ready for the hunt. So we had to walk across two fields and then another field before we got to the woods that we were going to hunt. Well, about halfway in, I just started having a creepy feeling. We had gained permission to hunt this ground, and we'd never hunted it up until this morning, and I just had a little uneasy feeling. He said, "Oh, it's all right, bub." And so we went to our stands that we had set, by flashlight, of course. And I climbed up into the stand and waited there in the dark, waited for it to get light, like all hunters do. And just as it started to get light, I heard a commotion behind me. It sounded like a train coming through the woods almost. It was loud. And I looked to my left and I seen movement out of my eye, and uh, it stopped and it was on all fours. And I was like, man, that's a big dog. I said, when I seen it, it is massive. And I said, man, that's the biggest dog I've ever seen. And about that time, it grabbed a hold of a tree and stood up. And then I said, that ain't no dog. It was probably about 50 yards away, and it's light enough I can see, more in the outline. I can see its ears, like a German Shepherd's tall. Hair was heavy around the neck and shoulder areas and a little bit lighter on the arms and stuff. And
Hey, Larry, give me one
yeah,
second. Apparently, we're not on. Michael just one does podcast. I thought he said he didn't see it.
Oh, technical difficulty.
Yeah, well, I want to make sure because I also don't have anybody in the chat.
It's
Not
showing
that we
that.
were going to have a whole bunch, but
Yeah, I don't see even a place for chat on mine.
oh yeah. Well, I think it might just be on the with the private chat on the side. That's another thing. I
Yeah,
mean, is we're going to have to get you in here
yeah,
and change some things up. Maybe if you got some time tomorrow.
yeah. That's I'll have a little bit of time, but like I said, mother-in-law is
Yeah.
trying to. But
Well, I guess we're okay. Says we're live. We're both on
but
there, so
it
let's
stood
go and
up
keep going.
and it had its hand wrapped around a tree that was probably 12 inches around, and its hand almost wrapped all the way around the tree. And I'm like, good night. When I estimated it probably to be 7.5, 8 feet tall, and it had a mouthful of teeth. But I'm 30 feet up in the air in a tree stand, 25, 30 feet. And I got a shotgun with the scope that I have and a sidearm. I'm still shaking like a leaf in a tree. And it tested the air, it sniffing the air like a deer would,
Yeah.
scenting. I don't know. And the encounter probably only lasted about 10, 15 seconds, but it felt like an eternity.
Yeah.
But it tested the air, looked around. I seen it one eye. I didn't look into its eyes. Like if I'm deer hunting, I'm the predator. And when there's a deer around, I try not to look it in the eye because it'll spook it if you do.
Oh yeah.
But it sent it there and looked around, then went back down to all fours, ran off through the woods, and it went towards where my friend was, but he said he'd never seen or heard anything. So that's my encounter is in the southeastern part of Indiana, Pike County. I'll even give you the county, but
Cool.
uh, it was some private ground that butted up to a state forest. So
Yeah.
coincidence. It's uncanny how many encounters occur around state parks and national.
Yeah. A lot of good theories on those, but I'm not sure any of them are really any better than the others. You know.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? You think it's just the majority? Do you think it's majority just the national parks, or is it? You think it's more?
I
Well,
think
it's got to be more than that.
not some of the encounters I've been reading about that's happened here in uh, Indiana. I mean, 2023 and one real recent, right after the new year, or
Really?
no, a week before the new year, 2025, a week before New Year's, right around Christmas time, there was a sighting that occurred just south of Indy in a rural area. Before you get to Indianapolis, there's a couple small towns there. Uh, Might have been Plainfield but it's one of them little towns right before you get into Indianapolis. Uh, a mother and a daughter seen two dogmen together.
Baby and mom, maybe? Oh no, because it
Possible,
wouldn't be brilliant. It
yeah.
wouldn't be
But
breeding season.
in Brown County, there's a guy said he's seen a pack, which he's seen four. Brown
Yeah,
County, Indiana, which four would be considered a pack.
yeah,
And I think if you
definitely.
see one dog man, there's probably another one around.
There's probably two or three. There's
I
one
don't
that you
think they're really
see.
solitary unless they're just like a wolf, a modern day wolf. Uh,
Yeah,
they'll run somebody out of the pack.
yeah,
So you got
yeah,
road wolf that's going on around but on his own, and I think the Dogman probably do the same.
Yeah.
Want to go off and try to establish a new territory or start our own pack.
Yeah. Never know what else is out there. we're we're just
No,
now
you
on
don't.
Sasquatch and Dogman. So
I've always been fascinated with cryptids, at a young age, probably sixth grade and middle school. I started reading books on Bigfoot and Loch Ness, but that's about all you heard about back then.
yeah,
You didn't hear about Dogman or crawlers but
yeah. Those crawlers, I'm kind of
I
leery.
seen
I
where
think.
Daryl Denton was talking about where he seen one
Oh, he
that
did
he'd
too, huh?
never. Yeah, so that's pretty neat.
Yeah. Wow, that is cool. Yeah. So
So
was it
how
what
was
type of?
your?
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead,
What was
Dave.
that? I was just gonna see what type of forest was it out there? Was it like a kind of rainforest, or is it just kind of
The
a rural
crawler?
back road?
Oh, the crawler that Daryl seen, or?
No, no, no. Your encounter.
Oh, okay. There's some open field area, and then there's some thick woods, and uh, then there was some area what they call set aside ground, CRP or whatever they call it. But it's just growed up with weeds and stuff, and then some pastures. There's a pasture not far away that had cattle, and then, like I said, this woods bend around. Uh, had a couple ravines, and then a creek divided it and the state forest. And of course, there's a little bit of fence there, but
Yeah.
it had a mixture of it, thick woods and then what you would call big woods. It's open. There was about 150 acres there that we could hunt. So,
Yeah. That's not too bad. Pretty good
yeah,
size for. See,
Pike
I've
County
never
State Forest
gone
is
hunting
pretty
before.
big. It's
Is it?
huge. It's several hundred acres. So,
Oh wow. Yeah, because I've never even hunted before. So it's like and Paul's trying to teach me, some of these trails and stuff like that. And
yeah,
he's
I've
he's
seen
another big hunter. Yeah. So
just just this past summer here where I live, there's some local fishermen talking about the Patoka River, which is only about 3 blocks from my house.
no
Uh,
kidding.
yeah,
Jeez.
that they've been hearing strange howls and have found marks on trees. So my
Like
my
claw marks
ATV
or
broke, so I ain't had a chance to get down there and investigate much.
oh yeah.
With my back and knees, I can't do a whole lot of walking.
I hear you there. But
But as
it's one
soon
of
as
those
that
things,
gets fixed, I'm gonna be back on the grind.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Be out
that
there
was kind
looking
of
for
why,
trash,
yeah,
setting cameras.
yeah, yeah. That's why I've been trying to get back out there to Black Star to do that. And so it's interesting that most of the Dogman encounters are on the foothills of mountains versus where Sasquatch are usually
Yeah,
foothills and up.
or innovated. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. But I
yeah.
mean, I got to get Matt on here too. Matt, he knows it all, man. If I
Man,
have
I've
that man's
yeah, I
knowledge,
like Matt. Talk
good
about Matt
guy.
Harvey. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, yep, yeah. He was out here and he was showing me Black Star Canyon, and you could see stuff running between trees. That's for sure. And we didn't have a FLIR camera. We didn't have anything. These were just juvenile Sasquatch that were running from tree to tree, but you could hear them when they were going through the brush, and you could hear them. I mean, it's loud too. So yeah.
It's
So
funny because on some encounters you'll hear that they're like stealthy.
yeah,
That boom
the
silence.
yeah, oh
Uh,
yeah, or glide. I think Daryl calls it, where
yeah,
they just
I'm
kind of
not sure
glide
the
up the
one.
mountain. Either
Like
one.
I
I
said,
think
there's a lot of deer in this area that we hunted and a water source. So I'm not sure this dog man that I had encounter with there that he wasn't hunting when he come barreling through the woods, you know.
yeah.
Uh,
Well, you would think if he can smell you and you're that far away, but I
yeah.
guess not. If you're up, I guess maybe it's just
25,
getting an
30 feet
idea.
in the tree. I was hunting downwind. The wind was in my favor.
Oh, there
Uh,
you go.
so I don't think he smelt me or seen me. I'm
Yeah.
glad he did because
Yeah. Yeah. That's
it's
a new way to scare the hell out of you.
yeah. Yeah,
Sweet.
like I said, I was up in the tree. I had a 12 gauge shotgun with 6 shots and a 45 on my side with the 9, but I wasn't going to shoot at it.
Yeah, not with that. You might as well
Even
be
to
throwing
that,
rocks.
if I seen one, I wouldn't shoot it.
Yeah.
Only way I'd shoot one is in self defense.
Yeah.
I wouldn't shoot it. I wouldn't shoot one just to prove it existed.
Nah, it's not worth it. Especially all you need to do is take that thing off once. It's game over
Yeah.
for you, and nobody sees you until the next spring when it thaws. So, oh, so what else do you hunt out there that you
Oh, I
just
used
deer?
to do a lot of turkey hunting, but like I said, my ATV's broke
Oh
and
yeah,
it's not cheap to fix. So uh, I do a little deer hunting around the house, not far from the house, and turkey hunt. I used to hunt just about anything there was, but
yeah,
when my dad got so where he couldn't go, I just started hunting more with him, deer
yeah.
hunting. So somebody'd be around him. He hunted up until his 70s, so he done pretty good. But
That's not bad. I can't do
no,
it, and I'm 50. I'd have to
uh,
have a backup ATV to have just in case.
I got, I got, no, well, I got less than a year now, and I'll be 60. So
Well, yeah, I'm 53 in last November. So yeah, I'm getting up there. But
yeah, you're only as old as you feel. Some
oh,
days I feel pretty old though.
yeah, I hear you.
But
So,
when
what
you
have you
had,
heard of any other sightings or
we had
encounters that are near where yours was?
yeah, hold on, let me check. I jotted these down when I was researching this morning. It said there's been sightings of dogmen in Warsaw, Indiana,
Mm.
sightings in Vincennes, Indiana, which is only 30 miles down the road. Warwick
Wow,
County is about 20 miles south of me, 25. And they've had Bigfoot and Dogman encounters.
nice.
Pike, that's where I had mine. It's on there.
Yeah.
Brown County, Monroe County has a state park. Then up towards what's that called? It's in Martin County. They have a national forest there.
Oh
There's
yeah.
been several sightings there since 2023 up to 2025. I think
Yeah.
7 encounters with the dogman there. So,
Wow, that's
but
awesome.
that's a national forest there. So
Well, you're going to
there is
start
a
to
lot.
see more of these reports coming in. Like me and Matt were talking, it's tripled since just the past few
Something's
years.
going on. Something's going on. It's
Yeah,
they're being seen more. They're making herself being seen more
yeah.
because
Why do you think that is?
I don't know.
That's yeah. I couldn't figure out anything either.
I know
That's
that Native
great.
Americans said they were guardians.
Yeah,
Uh, They
yeah,
never, of the lands in the forest and probably the waters, Uh,
yeah,
but maybe they were guarding something else too, because we see them around
yeah.
cemeteries, and
Yeah.
burial grounds. So, I mean,
Yeah, it can
They're
be.
trying to say the aliens and Bigfoot and Dogman are maybe they're protecting them from us,
It could
or
be. I mean,
maybe
maybe they
they're
needed,
protecting us from them. That's what I meant to
yeah,
say.
boots on the ground for them to figure out, like when Daniel Boone and Paul was talking about, they've that he believes that they've even come up from hiding, where this Sasquatch he had said were there, and there were two juveniles with the parents that were said, hey, this is what these people do. So start visually seeing it and start to understand what they can and cannot do, and it might be a whole different ball game after that. So, but I mean, we didn't see that much in Daniel Boone.
Oh, there's so much.
Yeah.
There's so much they can do, and there's so much
Oh yeah.
that we don't know what they can do. I mean,
Yeah.
like you said, you went into the Daniel Boone. Before you
Mhm.
went, you made sure all your equipment was functioning, batteries were charged, and then you
Every
get
day.
there and boom,
Yeah. It's gone.
all your
Just
stuff was
killed the whole
dead.
batteries, everything. The video camera that I had three video cameras. I've got two of them were completely dead. I mean, as soon as we stopped and pulled over. So when those batteries were dead, I'm just kind of going, oh boy, now
Do you,
what? So, and then we had the
do
third
you
one that
think
said
that
he had.
happens because you're so close to a porthole or something? Or
Could be. There's so many variables that could happen. And
yeah,
just, I mean,
electromagnetic field,
yeah.
even I read where a former military guy said that he believed most cryptids, like Bigfoot and Dogman, emit a low level EMP, which
Oh, yeah.
would, low level, not no mass thing that's going to wipe,
Yeah.
the low level one would be enough to disturb a lot of our electronics
Yeah. Oh,
and drain your
definitely.
batteries.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, in the encounter you had, was it pretty close or?
The one from Danny Boone.
Yeah.
It was it was a probably 1,200 yards, and it was 30 foot up a tree, but it was in the first minute that we started recording.
Uh,
So it's kind of weird, but we didn't get much after that. But I thought we'd have plenty of. I mean, we didn't even really shoot every day that we were there, too, because between the rocks and the trees and all that stuff, and us watching out for dogmen that might sneak up on us. But that's where Paul had most of his stuff too. So, and he still does. I talked to him this week, and he said he still has a um, camera trap out there. He hasn't picked up that. What do they call them? Trap cameras?
oh,
Trail cam.
on
Trail cam.
camera? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And I almost got some when we were out there just to put them up, and didn't even think about it.
I
So
bought a few when they were on sale, but I'd never used them. I always did it old school, glassing with binoculars and all that, and
yeah, yeah,
watching them come and go, and you pattern them that way. The
yeah,
trail cam takes all the work out of it.
yeah. Which I could have used, except I'm wondering if all the batteries would have been killed in that too. So I can't keep up with them.
Yeah, a trail cam, ones I got are heavy duty, and there's a lot of surface between where you put the batteries in,
Yeah,
like the front of it.
yeah,
And that might protect them batteries more, like insulated
yeah,
more than a regular camera that just has a thin cover where you put the
yeah.
battery. Uh,
Do
like I
you happen
said,
to know why the bears and Sasquatch are always moving those cameras. You think it's bears, they're just patting at it like if it was something there. But once those batteries, they heat up, they smell like raspberries.
Yeah.
So that's why some of these dogmen and Sasquatch and bear are basically swatting at this thing because it's trying to. You've seen, I'm sure
Fair
you've seen the
enough.
ones that have like teeth marks in them. Yeah, that's from that, which I never even thought
Yeah.
about it, and I don't even remember who told me that. So, but there's one thing
But,
I remember is the facts on some of this stuff. Everything else I can't trust. I can't trust anything else with my brain. So
yeah.
yeah.
But there's so many
Oh, have you
different
had any
theories about
neighbors? Oh, go ahead.
uh, like the electronic part. There's so many different theories of what could cause it,
Yeah.
and then why we never get a clear picture. A magnetic field or the porthole's got to have some kind of you know field, some kind of energy field.
Yeah.
It's going to cause.
Well,
It's
the
going to cause.
Sasquatch and Dogman can both see IR light, so that kind of cuts out most of them.
Yeah.
They can see it. They can. I don't know if they can hear it. I imagine they probably could, but yeah. I mean, you really don't know what you're going to get except for something that's already moved the camera out of the way or put something in front of it and then grab the food or whatever. But that's even pretty smart for us. So yeah. Have you had anybody over there tell you any reports on Sasquatch that are in the same area? No.
No, like I said, I've heard like the southern part of Indiana about encounters with Bigfoot. I
Yeah.
haven't talked with nobody, but I uh, I need to start making some phone calls and researching more because Indiana's becoming a hot spot, and Ohio is some researching I've been doing. Ohio's been it's had most sightings the last 2 years than
Really?
any state. Yeah, Ohio has, so it's a hot spot. But look what you got there. You got Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, and Tennessee. All them states border on each other. You know,
So you think you see him around
Indiana,
the
Kentucky. If
water
you
source?
go if you go east, Indiana borders on Ohio.
Yeah.
It's it's all a big circle there. But a lot of water sources. Yeah, that's what you were going to point out.
Yeah.
Dogman, Bigfoot, more sightings around water sources.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is you know pretty regular. I mean, there's got to be something that close by. And my idea is they're feeding off the deer.
Yeah.
And
Well, deer got to have water and they got to have food. And
yeah.
where
Yeah.
there's water, there's normally something growing for them to eat. So
Yeah.
all
Well, I didn't
them
realize how
states
much
I
there
mentioned,
was
they're
stuff.
big farm states too, corn,
Yeah.
soybean.
Yeah.
So there's going to be
Especially
plenty
corn.
of wildlife for them to prey on.
Yeah. Jeez. It's like the mountain lions out here. There's always
Well,
something. Oh, somebody saw one, was trying to ambush a woman. I think it was a woman yesterday that was out mountain biking. So, I mean, we're getting sometimes one or two a week. And I mean, I am
we're
a
just
mile, maybe 2 miles from Whiting Ranch where that woman was attacked and they found that other biker,
dead, wasn't
mountain
he?
biker. Yeah. And now there's sightings every time out there. So they've
Yeah.
even closed them down.
We keep building and building closer to their habitat. I
Yeah.
gotta let my buddy out. He's scratching at
Oh,
the
no,
door.
go ahead.
Come on, buddy. I didn't want him to start making noise.
Oh yeah. As a matter of fact, I don't know where she went, so but I was thinking for this podcast, maybe we'll just keep it light for a little while, get people in, and we know life goes on around him. So
Yeah,
yeah. I was even thinking about doing like a Saturday night podcast, pizza and beers with just you and I. And then that way anybody else can get in here and have their beers and eat pizza while they're watching the game or trying to get a hold of us. So
yeah,
just something a little fun because I've noticed a lot of problems with the podcasts are they're so rigid. They're just
yeah.
they only want the facts of what happened and who saw it and did you get any pictures. It's
Who, what,
kind of
where,
defeats.
when?
Yeah, it's kind of just one of those things where it's just too much. I don't
You
know.
know, I was
Yeah,
uh, I was scrolling through Daryl's group the other night, and some guy made two comments about somebody sharing something.
yeah,
They were talking about an encounter, and some guy said bullshit, and then he said something else. And I just told him, I was like, I say, hey, I'm at a men and a group expert in cryptid wranglers. And I was like,
yeah,
when people make comments like this, other people will not come forward and share their information or
exactly,
encounters if they're going to be made fun of or ridiculed.
exactly.
And so I went back to our page, our group. I'm constantly checking to make sure posts need published or, making sure there's no trouble.
Yeah,
Uh, and I went back to that group later, and Daryl, that's his group that I'm
yeah,
talking about. And he said, Larry, you're exactly right. And this guy's taking a permanent vacation from this group.
yep. Hey, see, you got to keep some of them out. I mean,
Oh,
it stinks that they can't. They can be adults like us and still think like the second grade. You know?
well, I think if they haven't had an encounter, it's harder for them to believe.
Yeah.
But you still don't
That's
pass
you don't
on
want to learn that
something.
way.
Yeah.
So,
But
well, that's good. I mean, Daryl,
I remember when I
so many
first
good.
joined the group, there was a lot of that. And
Oh yeah.
you don't see it anymore, hardly.
No, thank God.
Every
Well,
day once more.
because of you guys.
Not very long.
Yeah.
And I'll
Yeah.
give them a warning and say, hey, we don't do that here,
Yeah.
and
And
explain
if
to
they
them
don't
why.
believe it, they're right there
Yeah,
in the rules that are posted
yeah,
every single day. So there's no
yeah, that's
excuse.
what I tell them.
Yeah.
But we don't have no trouble anymore in those groups.
Yeah. It's amazing, huh?
Yeah.
I thought we
I
would
w-
end up doing that the whole time, having to get rid of people, constantly get rid of people. Actually,
yeah,
once you got it shipped up, I mean, it was pretty good, pretty good.
yeah.
So
You know what? We made Pamela an admin in the myth, folklore, and
yeah,
Native American.
yeah,
She pretty
we,
much got stuff covered on that group. I go in there and all post are public. I wish we
yeah,
could get more members from the other groups to come over and
that would
post.
be
And
awesome.
they'd love that group if they started checking it
Yeah,
out. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. I mean, if we can we're keeping it under control. So it's
it,
you know,
it
people that
is.
are
It takes a
start.
while. It'll grow too.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. But yeah, with Pam and Leslie and you guys and Mike and all these other guys that are just really on top of it. Like it stinks because I can only get there early mornings, and so my early mornings are your guys' regular mornings. So with the
Yeah.
2 hour difference and stuff, so That's what I'm
Yeah,
up
you're
to.
2 hours behind. I'm 2 or 4, so you're
Yeah,
already in there and out by the time I'm checking in the morning
pretty
at
much, right?
7 o'clock with a cup of coffee.
Yeah, but I've got people back east that they'll know when I'm on, and so that then they'll start asking questions, and it's kind of cool that way to be able to kind of pick who's asking questions and what type of questions they're asking, and um,
Yeah,
how to get a
a
hold
lot
of
of
us.
people, a lot of people are bashing AI, and yeah, it can be a tool we can use to work with the members, but it's
Yeah,
also going to make a, you know somebody trying to video a real encounter
yeah,
going to say, "Oh, that's AI, that's fake." So
yeah. Well, that's the thing too is like I was telling you that basically AI is going to be the only thing that's out there. Because if
that's
and I hate to
scary.
say this to kind of
Yeah,
bash people, but they need to know that if a real cryptid is posted on Facebook or YouTube or whatever, and if it's anything remotely close to what one really looks like, the government will take it down. And I hate saying that to tell
and
that
they
to
will.
people, but you got to understand, and you can complain about AI all you want, but it's here. You're not going to be able to outswing it. You know what I mean?
Thing
So
where
it's
they're
gonna
going to
happen.
try to regulate it more
Yeah,
in certain areas of the AI platform. It probably
yeah,
does need regulated.
yeah. Well, and that's why I was kind of trying my best to learn, how to see the watermarks, for
Yeah,
some of the pictures or who it's by, so you can ask them or stuff like that. So it's not easy, and you're gonna get crap on it for a long time, I'm sure. But if there was a watermark or something like that that was up in a corner, um, you know, that might make a complete difference, but I don't see it happening.
I tell you what, I've been having a joy this week. I've seen Martin Groves, our brother. He's really
Mhm.
been active in the groups,
Oh, yeah,
posting here and there.
he is.
Yeah.
One of
Was
the best guys you'll ever meet.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and
Him and Daryl both. I mean, they've taken me
the
in as
new
brothers.
monster class, he
Oh,
was the
yeah.
first segment of it. It was
I
nice.
watched it. Yeah. Yeah. He's good, man. I don't know how he corrals all these people, but but no, those are they're two of probably 25 people that I've learned the most from. Because
Yeah,
it's been 20 years for this, and then I've done 40 in paranormal. So
yeah,
it's, seeing who the people are the movers and shakers, the top.
yeah.
But I mean, like D.A. Roberts, West Coast Dogman Project, um, a lot of them I'm still learning stuff from them. Vic Show,
Oh,
stuff like that. So yeah.
man, as long as we live, you can learn if you have an open mind.
Exactly. Exactly. And the people that come in and talk trash are the ones that are the most narrow-minded.
Yeah,
You know, and they're the ones that are scared the worst when they find out that their mommy and daddy were lying to them. There are monsters out there.
I've
So,
I've seen Martin's where he shares his encounter, where him and his friend were camping, turkey
yeah,
hunting. Uh,
Harry, yeah,
I yeah, I've seen I've seen him on 2 different venues.
yeah.
The other day I watched him on the confessionals, and that
Oh,
has to
yeah,
be
yeah,
it's the same story, but the
yeah,
platform, it just I don't know.
yeah,
He talked on there like he said, I have people call me from all over the world. He said,
yeah,
I never thought they would call this old country boy here, uh,
exactly. Yeah,
asking me about this and that and
yeah,
wanting to come to the LBL. And you could tell he just smiled and
yeah.
he was loving it.
Yeah, Martin, he's said that well, before he got sick, I'm sure, but he would be there
Yeah.
300 days out of the year. And so,
To me,
I
he's
mean,
the example I strive for
yeah,
in the cryptid field. You, him, Daryl. I want to be
yeah,
up there with you guys,
yeah,
and you know they know their stuff about the cryptids, but they're no kind of arrogant about it.
not at all.
Like we were talking earlier, some of them are like,
Yeah,
what,
they
where,
don't
when, how, why,
exactly. They have nothing to prove.
Yeah, you
They're
got to
not
make
doing
a
it to make
person
money
feel
off of it.
comfortable to talk
Yeah,
with.
yeah. That's why they're so easy to talk to and learn from, and they've been doing it for so long too. The both of them are just,
And
incredible.
they're raised down south, and when you're raised down south, you got manners.
Yeah, exactly. Now, if we
Or
could just get California to learn that, or all these other
oh,
states
I'm not
suck.
saying you don't have them, but you know,
Yeah,
growing up, like I said, my dad was in the military for 25 years. We grow up on naval bases. You didn't just have a mom and dad there. Everybody was everybody was watching everybody's kids on the naval base. So
yeah, yeah. I
if
mean,
you did something
now
wrong,
that I think
everybody knew. It's worse than a
that,
small town there. If you did
yeah,
something wrong, everybody knew about
exactly.
it. You
That's
didn't
what we
want to
need.
make your dad look bad.
Yeah, yeah. It stinks, but yeah, no. And these guys, they're more about you know having other people, opening their mind, giving them a second to stop and take a look at something before they just go ahead and judge it. And and most of the people that I'm sure that are in our group, if they talk trash or something, I'm sure they're not even going outside to look. So it's kind of they're not going to win. So, but yeah, it's kind of crummy, but it's the reality we live with. So, yeah,
But a bunch of these counties I named here in Indiana, two or three of them are right around. I forgot to mention a naval base called
oh
Crane
yeah,
Naval Base in Indiana. Uh, yeah, so and there's a lot of area in there that's fenced in and off limits and
yeah,
not all just asphalt and concrete. There's a lot of woods and
yeah. That's crazy.
that's for the conspirators.
Oh yeah, exactly right. Yeah, no, it's I wish people
But
would take it
no,
a little more serious, like like with Ronnie and Russell. I know Dimension is not being very truthful with all of us, but you know, it's one of those things, one of those times where they're changing the stories instead of showing what could be what's out there or whatnot versus, oh well, let's cut this here. You never saw anything, and we'll just put it up without them even knowing. And
yeah,
they've done that a couple times, and that's why a couple of them have just walked away and said,
yeah.
History Channel stuff.
I
Now those
mean,
guys, Skinwalker Ranch and stuff like that, they don't have those problems. So, but
uh,
yeah, no, it stinks, but it's out there. I was thinking,
there's
yeah, go
something
ahead.
to the national parks and state parks because
Yeah,
there's more missing people in those areas and around those areas than there
yeah,
are in anywhere. It's like
isn't that crazy?
Yosemite. I forgot how many a year they have. Yellowstone National Park. So many
Yeah,
people a year come up missing there, never found.
it's the same thing
Uh,
out here.
yeah,
With
a lot of your
the
national parks, state parks,
yeah,
hikers, and hunters
yeah,
just disappeared.
yeah.
Never
That's
seen
the
them
other
again.
person we need to have on too is Stevie or Steven. Um, oh, I can't think of his last name. Who is it?
I don't
Stevie
know.
or Steven Noxian Barrows.
Yeah,
That's who it is. So we're gonna have him on too here soon when I can get a hold of him and he's out here. So, but we need to learn. We need to learn a lot of the tracks and stuff that he's casted to, because I've got him here. He actually gave them to me. Um, so I've got him. They're here, but we need to have him on since he's a naturalist.
Steven, he's been posting quite a bit in the group recently,
Yeah,
where he's been out tracking,
yeah,
and
yeah.
he's
And I
found some
did
good
that
tracks.
because he's the one that has had the most encounters, and that's why I wanted him to do that group, because
Yeah,
he's out there where we can't, get out there, and it took me 8 hours to drive from Mission Viejo up to Mammoth Lakes, and that's where I was driving. I was using all my vacation time, all my um, money for gas, and 8 hours and place to stay up there, and this and that. And it's just he's out there and he knows how to do all that stuff. So he's gonna come out when we do the documentary in Black Star too. So yeah, and
yeah,
then and we're gonna get you out there. So I think we're gonna do the LBL, and I think Lori's gonna watch after, stay out, and the two wives can go shopping or something. Don't tell them shopping. No, just
oh, hopefully not stopping.
yeah. No, we'd love to. We would love to have you guys out here too. I mean, all of you would be great, but especially
Yeah, okay.
you and our group too. So we've
Yeah.
got some really cool people, and we
I'm about,
also have to remember that they
yeah,
they are our
that's a sponsor.
sponsors. That's
Yeah,
not very good when it comes up with
that's
that all,
very
does it?
good. Rustic.
But yeah, and so I meant to pull some of the stuff that he has given to us to hand out to our viewers. And this first time I told them, whoever was first in the chat gets to choose their type of rustic decor. So, but now that I'm looking, I don't see anybody in the conversation at all. So,
Well, it'll take some
congratulations,
time.
Larry. You're the first winner.
Yeah,
So, yeah. But
yeah.
so what other groups do you think we should add on? If we should add on?
Oh no, we got a lot covered. Unless we
Yeah.
start doing a group that's like strictly on that one right there, and
Yeah.
it's hard to do just one cryptid.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, it
but
is. Especially one that people can relate to or see,
tell you
which
what,
would be really nice.
all the chatter and stuff over the past few years, Dogman has become more popular than Bigfoot
Yep. Yeah.
by a lot. I
Yeah.
don't know if just a Dogman only group would work or not. I mean,
Oh, I'm
we'll
wondering if
give it a shot.
they're
Try.
lumping in the werewolves and stuff like that, which we know is Hollywood.
And
But people
they're,
don't understand that. No, no, no. I know one. I'm like, I don't think you really
um,
do. So, but yeah, no,
werewolf
it's
is Hollywood stories.
no, and that was I. I think I had talked to Martin about that, and I talked to two or three other people that are like, no, there's werewolves out there, and I'm like, are you sure? He's like, no, I'll ask my friends. I'm like, okay. So, werewolf? Did you see one? No, no, we saw that dog thing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, they also, but
I
yeah,
mean,
there's a lot.
the, the lore of it's been around for centuries.
Oh yeah,
We
yeah.
know that. Uh,
Almost, well, that
but
last written work
far as
on,
somebody transforming
yeah.
from a
Well, there's
curse
that
or
too,
being dead,
but
that's the
I don't
hard to
think they
believe
change
part.
into a dog man. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
it's, I think it's just people are misinformed on a lot of those, and that's all
Yeah.
because of the people that are posting this stuff that are calling. skinwalkers, wendigos, and
Yeah,
shapeshifters, and
misidentifications. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And then it's just one of those things where people, until we can get those people to explain the right cryptid that they're going to use, I mean, misidentification is going to be one of our biggest problems. And that's even harder to do when we're like,
Yeah.
we're trying to teach people the right way. If you're going to lie about a story, and you're going to lie
There's
about, somebody seeing something, two completely different
I'm,
things.
I'm like you, to each his own, agree
Yeah.
to disagree. Uh,
Yeah.
but I believe you when it comes to Wendigo
Yeah.
and the werewolf and stuff. We kind of see eye to eye on the
Yeah. Well, I'm going to
stuff.
have, gosh, what was it?
Stephen's
I'm going to
Native
have,
American, isn't he?
exactly. One of the
Yeah,
men that I
yeah,
talked
he's
to
a
was an
kid.
Algonquin, and so he's going to come on the podcast too, and he's going to say, "Hey, this is story lore, or it's something that's basically what other people are seeing, but it's hard to explain."
See, the first
But
actual recorded Dogman was in 1887
yep,
in Michigan.
yeah,
Man,
you got it.
loggers.
Yep.
That's the first one that was reported. It was written in the papers.
Oh
Not
yeah,
saying
yeah,
that's the first time someone saw one, but that's actual reporting on paper.
exactly.
Uh,
Well, and the
but
cynocephaly was, I think, the first written documents of it were between 7 and 9,000 years ago.
yeah,
So they've been in the Bible, they've been in
myth,
werewolf, yeah,
Greek
werewolf stuff.
mythology,
Yeah, yeah,
Egyptian.
yeah,
That's why I
yeah.
always call them ancient ones because they're ancient. They've been around for a
Oh
long
yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah. I mean, in the Bible, they've been talking about by um, 100 different explorers, from um, Christopher Columbus to Alexander the Great.
DeSoto
So
seen
Tut,
a
so Tut.
giant, and he's
Yeah,
seen a Bigfoot. I think maybe. Yeah,
yeah. Uh, Napoleon.
yeah.
Um, I think there was four of the kings that had seen them, or brought one. They had brought one back to kind of show it off. One of the kings said, "Hey, I want to see one of these, and I'm not going out there, so you're going to bring one to me." So it's like, hey, they'll pay for all the exploration, and everything. Yeah. So.
No, we talk about the Giants a lot, me and
Mm-hmm.
you, and
Yeah.
share back and forth. Uh, that might be a group to
Another place.
consider. It's out there and it's current.
Yeah.
It's constant. You know,
Oh yeah.
I see
Yeah.
I see more stuff about the Giants and the Dogman and Bigfoot than I do any of the other ones. You know,
That's what I forgot to send you the other day, because when I was doing those signs down in Laguna Beach, you could actually see Catalina Island from there, which you normally don't see. It's mostly because of the smog, but but yeah, you could actually see it out there. So that was kind of cool. But
what
I
it?
think they said there was 72 that they had actually dug up, and that was after the military had bought it, and they told everybody in the military that was on that base, said no, put them back. So they had to go back through and put most of these giants back that were there. I think there was 72 that they had pulled out at one time, but they said no, put them back, and they've been there ever since.
I don't know
So
why they're keeping it from us, but like the Smithsonian, all that stuff that came out of the cave at
mhm,
Lovelock and then from
gone.
other places in the United States, gone.
Yeah.
Sold to the
Yep.
highest bidder or tucked away somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. And that would be under the Vatican being one of them. And there's been rumored, well, yeah, fairly rumored that they already do have a Bigfoot and a Dogman already down there
Yeah.
below, because they're under
Yeah.
the Vatican. There is 1 mile by 6 miles underneath the Vatican
It's
of
a
where they
city
keep
under
the
the
old
city. Yeah.
X. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I've seen it.
yeah,
Hard telling what's hidden down there.
yeah, yeah. Well, that was, I had read the other day that the only place that dire wolves have ever been found was right there up by LA in the La Brea tar pits. So
Yeah.
they had found 5,000 dire wolves that had died in that tar La Brea tar pits. So there's a lot of crazy
Yes.
things that are out there, but a lot of them. That was what fascinated me when I was talking to Thomas Winterton, was where the hell did that dire wolf come from? And I said to him, was that a dire wolf? He goes, yeah, we had it. We went and had it looked up, and I think it was University of Utah, I think it was, and they had done,
The po- you talk
yeah.
about where they cloned them,
Were they what?
and brought the they
Oh, no,
actually
no,
have
this
dire
was,
wolves now. Well, they're supposed to be. They were
yeah,
cloned. That post was going on in the group for a while.
yeah.
Uh,
And it's weird because you don't normally hear much on those anymore. But
no,
I asked him, and he had even asked me about it, and I said, ah, "You guys get snow out there, so I imagine that, even if the not the what do they call that, with the temperature goes up and up every year. I can't think of what it's called.
oh,
Um, shoot." But I said, hey, with that global warming and stuff like that, which is
yeah,
only 1 or 2 degrees a year, but it could be. I'd said something that, that's probably was frozen and it's up someplace, and it's finally getting warmed up enough to start releasing some of these, because the dire wolf that they got had hair, skin, DNA, all that stuff. And I'm thinking, well, where it's at, just above in the Uinta Basin, I'm sure the sun's a little bit closer, and thawing those out to where they're coming down, where they found that in a stream. So yeah, there's just a lot of
yeah.
interesting things. I would love to get out there and do that. And like you said, we got to
Oh,
get you going out there to the LBL with us next year with Martin Dale and all
yeah.
these other
I'll
guys
try to
too.
pick up a few more accounts this spring, maybe
Yeah,
mowing accounts and turn some wrenches on some mowers, save up some money.
yeah. Well,
Fall is probably the best time to go though, with all the foliage off and stuff,
yeah,
or early
yeah. It was
spring. You don't want to go when
not
foliage
that
is
hot.
on. Well, I wouldn't want to anyway because it'd be thicker, make things harder to
A lot
see.
harder. Oh yeah. Wow. Yeah. There's so many things I forgot that we haven't covered in a long
Yeah,
time. So I can't even remember the last time. Like, I pulled a bunch of the podcasts that we had done the first time. Um, and I just pulled them all, and I'm like, these are old, they're not going to do anything. If anybody looks up, they're going to see, oh, well, this is a 5, 6 year old account, so it's probably from way back then, when there's sightings and uh, encounters every day. So we just need to
yeah,
get up there and get them out a little bit more. And that's where helping move into doing some of this podcast, have some of those people on. be able to get out to some of the other states too would be fun. But yeah, no, we got to get
I need
you
to
and
do
all
some.
the other one, Michael and everybody down there, and then
Okay,
come back up
I'll
for Cryptid
try to
Con.
get some names and numbers of the people local, like in Indiana
Yeah,
and Ohio and uh,
yeah,
Illinois, because
yeah.
there's sightings there too, and
That's yeah,
maybe get out there and do some walking and
yeah.
hit the
Well, that's
ground
what
and
I loved about the Daniel
talk to
Boone
some people.
was, yeah, it's just it was so weird to be out there and you could feel stuff. I mean, you can feel stuff staring at you. And he and I were both saying that the whole time, me and Paul. And he's like, "You feel that?" I'm
Just,
like, "Yeah, it's there." You know, so you could
just get
feel
that
them.
feeling.
Oh yeah, and you
That,
could
yeah,
tell. And that's how it is with
yeah.
um, most of the national forests and stuff like that. So who knows? I mean,
Where I had my original encounter in Pike County, it's about 35 to 40 miles away from where I live now.
oh
But
yeah,
there are times I'm in the woods right around my house, and
yeah,
I just almost feel the same feeling I had that morning and right before
yeah.
the encounter.
It
And
totally just blindsides you, completely reminds you
almost
of
like Phil said, they mark you, or you might have
Mark.
said it that they
Yeah. Oh
mark
no,
you.
you're right, Mark. Yeah, but it's
But
weird. But
even like yeah,
yeah,
up there where I hunt, I heard a few howls. I know it wasn't a coyote, but here the last few years we've been getting mountain lions. So
oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna.
you too.
I got a little recording device when I go hunt. I'm gonna
Yeah,
start playing it the whole time I'm in the stand or the blind. Just press
yeah,
record. If I hear any more than howls and snorts and growls,
yeah.
it'll be
You'll
on
know.
tape, and maybe we can find somebody to listen to it that might know
Yeah,
more
yeah.
about the
Well,
sounds and stuff we capture.
we've got. I mean, we've got so many people from some of these groups. You know, Jay Fountain and Nick Valente. Those guys. If
Yeah.
we got any evidence, those are the guys to get it to, because they're just at the top of their game. Well, they have been for a while, actually. And in fact, I learned probably 10 years just from listening to Nick Valente, and we're trying to get them to go to the LBL too. And you and I need to talk about it a little bit more on podcasts so we can get other people out there that's interested. And
Yeah.
I've made a couple of requests for having Martin and Daryl both out there for the
That'd be
LBL
cool to be up there and
and
get
yeah,
Daryl and Martin.
and the conference too. I'm got them. They're going to be speaking there too. So
Cool.
that'd be the coolest week for you and I to have. You know,
Oh yeah,
we
I'd
can
love to
give
meet him.
Lori and
I've talked to him on Messenger and stuff,
yeah,
but
yeah.
meeting him in real life it'd be cool.
Well, and that's the thing. We're all Christian brothers too, so
Yep.
it's nice to when you hear them talk, you know that it's not something they just made up, you know. And
But
they're even
they
they're
prayed
even
for me when
really
I was in the hospital. I prayed for them
oh
when they
yeah.
were battling and in the hospital. We got to look out for each other.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
a
Yeah,
community. We're a family, and we all
exactly.
we'd all love to come up with the proof.
Yeah.
Actual proof. Say here, because
Beat
that's what
this.
they want.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you and I
This is real. We don't see it, but it's real. We breathe it.
oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah. It's
there's so
just
many things out there. It's real, and you might not see it, but it's real.
yeah. 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 I mean, that's and you can talk to some of these people And if they've had, you know, a fairly good idea of they've seen something because, and this is what kind of throws people as I would say, okay, well, yeah, he had an encounter because you can tell all the chief, everything that's there, the ears, the eyes, the nose, the snout, um, and most of the people that don't have a clue, oh yeah, I saw one, it was big and brown.
Big and
Okay,
brown.
so could I. you know, I'm looking at one now. There's one on the screen. so, but yeah, and it stinks how many people lie about it or the misidentification of it, because if they knew what they were really looking at, then they would go, "Hey, now that is cool, and I need to look into that more." Instead of, "Well, I made that up. There's not really anything out there like this." And then everybody else is going, well, if this guy hasn't seen one, and you guys have, it's
Uh,
it's
like we
bittersweet.
talked before, and Daryl believes it too, and Martin and you.
Yep.
There's different variants of a dog man.
Yeah.
There's different kinds.
And then I know that these guys have also, um, there are there are three. Well, there's 9 variants to the different,
Okay.
but even then, I've talked to my buddy Shane, and he said that even they've talked it down to where it's only 3, and one of them's the I should have taken this down.
Like a hyena type, and then
The exactly, hyena.
the one that looks like Anubis. I've
Yeah,
heard that.
that's the variant 1.
Yeah.
The variant 2 is the one that is the he just said it. Um,
Yeah.
hyena variant.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I need to start taking some of this stuff down and showing it too,
Yeah.
just to
It's like the
so people can
Bigfoot.
see.
There's different tribes of them and clans.
Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, no, it's we got a lot to go over, and I everybody should know that Larry's the co-host now, so we're gonna do that, and we got a lot coming up, and we're taking new people that are interested. Talk to Daryl. He's gonna come on. I'm sure Martin will too. Those guys are just incredible
They're
when it
all
comes to support.
good.
That's where I learned most of this, where we support Wranglers, because people realize that these are the guys you talk to, and that's the reason why they know so many people. Because there's too many people that have seen both Bigfoot and Dogman out there, and they're out there. I don't even know how to say it other than that. But so what do you think, Larry? What did you have anything else to add for your Dogman encounter?
Oh, it just, you know, if you'd have asked me before that happened if I believed something out there existed like that, I would have
Yeah,
said no. But now I do. And
yeah,
Bigfoot, before I ever had my encounter, like I said, I was in middle school reading
mm,
about Bigfoot, and always thought as a kid growing up and a young adult, even now, when
yeah.
people see these things, there's thousands of them reported. Not every one of them people are lying.
No, especially not all the ones that are describing it
Yeah.
as
With UFOs, all them people can't be lying. There's truth
yeah,
to it. They're real.
yeah.
And then we got the non-believers that say, well, if it's real, how come we haven't found one dead somewhere, this or that?
And there's another thing we need to go over too, Larry, is theories. people and their theories. That's one I've been wanting to look into too. And I thought about doing another group that way. Just theories. Let me write this down here now that I remember. Hang on 1 second here. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where the dog's
Sure.
at. And we're gonna have
Too quiet.
howling. Yeah.
Said earlier when we was texting back and forth, said, "Oh, there ain't no sirens and stuff like that." The dog would go off.
Ooh. I mean, it's just crazy. But so we got some good stuff coming up for next week, right? We've got Simeon Heim from we're gonna do with him. He was in the Mysteries of Bradshaw Ranch, which if you have seen the gosh, what is it called? Beyond.
Does that ranch have a lot of the things, paranormal things that
Both, you
Skinwalker
mean
Ranch is having?
oh yeah,
Is
and
that
there's
what's going on there?
probably 6 or 7 of them that all have the same experiences. So
'Cause I
it's
want to study up on that and
yeah.
before he
I
gets
mean,
on, so know
oh
what
definitely,
questions to ask. And
yeah. And meant to look up and get a little more information on Simeon Hein, who's a PhD. Basically, he's everything cryptids, UFOs. He's even familiar with the UAP, UFOs, a lot of the documented reports that are on all these other ranches. I have looked up where Bradshaw Ranch, Mount Wilson Ranch, Skinwalker Ranch are all on ley
I
lines.
watched the Skinwalker Ranch
Yeah,
documentary. Uh,
yeah,
I thinking
and
I seen the Bradshaw Ranch on Prime or one of those
that's Beyond
streaming.
Skinwalker Ranch is the name of it, and there's a CIA guy and an FBI guy that are doing the Beyond, or one's a journalist and one
Okay.
was CIA, something like that. So you and I will get a chance to talk to him and whatnot. I mean, this
There's
Dr.
actually
Simeon Heim just sounds incredible. So if you guys do get a chance, please go check out the Mystery of Bradshaw Ranch. It's almost the exact same thing, the same creepy, weird ghosts, UFO, and Bigfoot. There's been a Bigfoot, and they showed it on that too. They showed the
cool.
eyes that were glowing and everything, and 2 people have seen it. One guy that's normally there, and then there's another guy that was there doing the paranormal, and they were sitting there, and he says, "I think something's staring at us," and he's like, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah, out that window," and he's like, "It's real tall," and I'm just going, "Oh my gosh!" So they've got to all have the ley lines. In fact, that's why I was watching the Bradshaw Ranch, because I wanted to see the other ranches that are out there to combine, skinwalkers or paranormal, UFO, all that stuff. So that should be good. Yeah.
Don't remember the old world globe things they had in school that spun around on the globe?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It showed the United States, South America, and all that.
Yeah.
If I'm right, some of those had the lines you're talking about, the ley lines through it,
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
line of the equator, and they had lines all over.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Ley lines. They've been around for a long time. In fact, the other part of the ley lines that I found out goes right through the middle of Disneyland.
Oh,
Hmm. And there's been other people that have said, "Oh, there's a portal down below, but you can't see it because it's locked up." But people have said, "Hey, no, we went and looked, we found them, this and that." So there's a lot of weird and things that are out there that have to do with a lot of the paranormal and the crypto on it. So yeah, we're gonna get into it, and now that we're up and going, me and you, we're gonna start taking people on this ride together. So
If
sound good?
Disneyland's like Disney World. I mean, they don't own just the ground that the park sits on. They own hundreds of acres that it don't sit on.
Exactly.
They
And you've got,
expand
I
and
mean,
stuff.
you- you're 5 minutes away from the freeway, so you can
Yeah.
imagine how much is going through there. I mean, it's crazy. We used to go to a country bar that was out there, and it was uh, 50 feet away from the freeway. And then that was also where they had filmed and recorded. Oh God, I'm gonna forget its name. Uh, Patrick Swayze Roadhouse. That's where they showed or taped some of the Roadhouse from that movie. So yeah, it was really cool, and but there was a lot of weird things that went on at that club too. So I'm not sure, but so tell me, Larry, what do you think? You excited to do this and get going?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Me
I'm
too.
excited.
All right, my friend. Well, let's go ahead and call it a night here. I didn't realize how it was getting that late, and I know it's later out there for you guys. But
All
yeah,
right.
you and I
No
need to
problem.
talk. Go ahead. Do you have
All
something
right.
else you want to
You have
say?
a good evening, Daniel,
Oh, you too. You too, Larry.
and a
Thanks.
great weekend.
You too. I'll hit you up this weekend if you're not busy, and we'll
All right.
put some stuff
I'll be
together.
around. We just went and seen her mother
Oh yeah,
today, the other day, and
yeah.
she
And prayers
she's
for her
all right.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah, good.
it's to
Well,
be
we
expected. She's having good days and bad days, but it's just a matter of time. So
yeah. Well, that stinks that it takes that long. You know,
yeah,
you just kind of wishing it was over, but kind of wishing that it wasn't over. You know, that you had more
yeah.
time, but life is short, my friend. So,
Yeah,
oh,
as long as we live to grow old, we're going to see people we love and care about die. So
I
uh,
didn't realize how many
that's part
people
of
were going to
life.
be passing at our age.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like,
Oh, my my classmates, we've lost a bunch of 'em. A lot of them
oh yeah,
cancer and accidents.
yeah. No,
Part of
it's
life, though.
yeah,
That might sound cold, but it's part of life
yeah,
that we have to face. So
exactly.
eventually,
Death is
we're
a
all
part of
going to be
life.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, thanks for
All right, my friend. Oh, you go ahead. Did you have
you
anything
have a
else
good
you
one.
wanted? All right, buddy. You
Yeah.
too. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. We're gonna have more coming up every week, and maybe a specialty show for me and Larry to speak to. I
This
was talking about
this is the
pizza and
first one
beer.
you've done in a while, ain't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's been a while, but
Oh,
we got a lot
we'll
going
get the
on.
rolling good and have more information and more
Exactly.
topics.
Better. Yes.
Who
And
knows?
I've
Maybe we'll
just been
get
asking
you.
people. Yeah. Well, I just been asking. I just shoot him something on Facebook. Dr. Simeon Hine. I I saw his name. I looked him up and I shot him a message for Facebook, and he was back right away. So should be a good podcast, and we should have a lot of fun, and we'll figure it out. But so next week, Friday, 6 o'clock, we'll be there. Hopefully, you guys will
Be
be
square.
too. Have a good night, and we'll talk to you then. Thanks.
All right. Bye,
All right.
buddy.
Thanks, man. Have a good night. Oh, shit. There were 4 comments. Sorry, guys, that we just missed you. I do see you. Are some of our Wranglers on there. So me and Larry will be looking forward to getting back to you guys, and a lot of the people that we met on, during the documentary, our community, and a lot of the Wranglers, because most of us, most of you have seen all Dogman and Bigfoot too. So we want to hear about it. So excellent. And thank you guys. We'll see you next week. All righty. Bye. Thanks.